there are many symbols of Kentucky, and in this video we're going to talk about the musical symbols of Kentucky, from the state instrument to the state amphitheater. But first, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like and share this video. Now, let's get to the symbols. The state musical instrument is the Appalachian dulcimer. Now, if you're like me and many other students of Kentucky, in elementary school, we had classes focused on these instruments that hung on the walls. The dulcimer has some really cool nicknames, like hog fiddle, music box, mountain zither. It belongs in the string instrument family and is picked. The history of the dulcimer is old. Scotch-Irish immigrants used the instrument a lot. It can be dated back to the 1700s. The Appalachian dulcimer became the official state musical instrument in 2001. The next symbol is easy. What do you think the state music of Kentucky would be? If you guessed the most obvious, bluegrass, you're correct. Bluegrass music became the official state music in 2007. This one makes more sense than most symbols. Bill Monroe, the father of bluegrass, and his band the Bluegrass Boys created the music style in the 1940s. It features acoustic stringed instruments. Before it was called bluegrass music, it was called old-time mountain hillbilly music. The term bluegrass music came around in the 1960s. Keeping with the official state music, Kentucky also has an official state bluegrass song, and interestingly enough, it was adopted in 1988 before bluegrass music became official. In 1988, Blue Moon of Kentucky became the official bluegrass song of Kentucky. It was written in 1945 by the father of bluegrass himself, Bill Monroe. The song has been covered by Elvis Presley and Paul McCartney. The song was one of 50 recordings to be added to the Library of Congress National Recording Registry. Now we have all this music, so we're going to have to dance to it. The official Kentucky state dance is clogging. It's a type of folk dance where the dancer dances with footwear that helps emphasize downbeats with the dancers using their heel and toe. Clogging requires certain types of shoes to help make the beat. Clogging is different from tap dancing because in clogging, the dancer does not move their upper body as much. Shuffle clogging is the most common type of clogging used in bluegrass music. Clogging has also had different names throughout the years: foot stomping, buck dancing, and jigging. Clogging became the official dance in 2006. Here's us a unique musical symbol of Kentucky, the official pipe band. In 2000, the Louisville Pipe Band became the official pipe band of Kentucky. It was officially organized in 1988. The pipe band is competitive and offers lessons for people of all ages. The band wears this ancient Henderson pattern kilt. The pattern has a historical meaning because it represents the relationship between Daniel Boone and Richard Henderson. Adding more pipes to the list, Kentucky has a state theater pipe organ. The Kentucky Theater's Mighty Wurlitzer Theater pipe organ became official in 2005. The organ was installed in 1926. It is one of only a few Wurlitzer organs that are in good condition. With all this good music and bands, you have to have somewhere to play. The official Kentucky amphitheater is the Iroquois Amphitheater, located in the Iroquois Park in Louisville. The amphitheater was built in 1938 with WPA funding. In 2000, the amphitheater was renovated and still gives locals an abundant amount of entertainment. It holds 2,400 people and hosts many concerts and festivals throughout the year. The Iroquois Amphitheater became official in 2001. We talked about this state symbol in our first video, but since it pertains to music, we have to mention it here. Stephen Foster wrote My Old Kentucky Home in 1852, and the song was published in 1853. It became the official song of Kentucky in 1928, and this song gives us the state outdoor musical, The Stephen Foster Story. In 2002, The Stephen Foster Story became the official outdoor musical of Kentucky. It is a Broadway-style musical that focuses on the life of Stephen Foster. You can watch this musical at the J. Dan Talbot Amphitheater at My Old Kentucky Home State Park in Bardstown. The musical started in 1959 and has entertained thousands of guests. The musical was written by Paul Green. If you didn't know, the Kentucky General Assembly determines the official status of symbols for the state. The first one created was in 1792, and the most recent in 2010. There are a total of 40 official state symbols, events, and places. That wraps up our musical symbols of Kentucky. So remember to keep listening to that bluegrass music and keep them feet clogging. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks again for watching. Don't forget to try out audibletrial.com/kyhistorypod to get a free book of your choosing. If you'd like to support the channel, check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/kyhistorypod, or you can become a member of our YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification button to get more Kentucky history content. Find us on these social media platforms, and check out the Kentucky History Podcast on these podcast platforms for more in-depth history of Kentucky. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.